Welcome back, everybody, to Rel's Retrospect. I am Sherelle, and today I will be reviewing Bruno Mars' latest album, The Romantic. Now, this dropped back in February. I want to say late February. Let me get the dates right. February 27th. So, yes, at the end of February of this year. His long awaited album. He likes to keep it short and sweet, so hopefully, I will also keep it short and sweet. This will probably be my shortest review in life. So this is 9 songs, about a little over 30 minutes. So we shouldn't be here that long. Maybe we can get to some other albums after this. And yeah, I have not heard anything from this album outside of the first single. I just might. Well, the first official single, I just might. I thought it was cool, but it really didn't wow me like a normal Bruno Mars single would. But I also think that what he did previously tainted me so much that it kind of threw me off. So prior to this release, he put out a song featuring Sexy Red. I'm not going to say the title. You can look it up if you want to. Just know it was horrendous. I want to say it might be his worst song out of all the songs that he has released up to this point. I don't know what he was going for, what he thought he was going for. It was just a big no all around. And it didn't really land well with people either, which is surprising that that was his choice because he came off of a really big song with Lady Gaga, Die with a Smile. So for him to go with the Sexy Red song, whether it was for her to promote her album or to get his name back out there, it was just a very terrible decision in my opinion. And I feel like in the fans' opinion as well because it really didn't do much of anything. It came and went, and he went back into his shell. Thankfully, he went back to the drawing board. So I really don't know what is coming with this album. Um, it's called The Romantic, so I'm assuming romance will be a part of it. His personal life is pretty private, so people don't really know much outside of his hardcore fans or stans. Um, I do believe that he was in a long term relationship for however many years, maybe a decade plus. It's going around that that is no longer a thing, so maybe this will deal with some kind of heartbreak or I'm not entirely sure. I've only heard the one song in full. I said previously, I started listening to the album when it dropped back in February. I listened to about 2 songs while I was in the gym. It's not a gym album, so I quickly turned it off and have not gone back to it until today. So I don't really remember much of those songs. I want to say they were kind of slow, but I don't really remember honestly. But we'll see. 9 songs, 32 minutes. Bruno Mars, The Romantic. We're going to get into the very first song. This is called Risk It All. I do want to say I actually did miss hearing his voice though. Of course, he hasn't been completely missing, but it feels good to actually press play on a Bruno Mars album. I won't even hold you. So let me get back to the song. I just wanted to stop it and say that I did miss hearing his voice. So let's get into it. To hold your hand. Okay, that was Risk It All track one. I am not mad at that. Now, I really liked the instrumentation. I like the Spanish vibes. From what I do know is that Bruno has come under a lot of scrutiny, a lot of criticism over the years because he goes into these eras and he makes them, into albums. And I think it has been difficult for people to pinpoint who is Bruno Mars outside of the 70s aesthetic, outside of the 90s New Jack Swing thing that he took on. outside of the doo-wops and hooligans and everything. Like, I think all of those, I really enjoyed all of those projects, so I don't have an issue with it, but I can see how it can become an issue. However, with this might be the closest thing to who he is at his core more than anything. I do believe he is of Hispanic descent. I want to say Puerto Rican, but do not hold me to that. I am not looking that up. But I want to say he is Spanish. Um, and it does give, in a non-derogatory way, wedding singer, but that is also a part of his roots as well. So I actually really enjoyed this. I like the way he took his time singing the song. He didn't rush through it. It's a really beautiful song. So I can see that being like the lover song. I'm not mad at it at all. Now I want to say we're gonna keep the Spanish thing going. I wonder if this is like a part of the full album. If that's the theme for this album, is the romantic as being more Spanish music with the horns and that, or Latino music. I don't know the proper term, so don't jump down my throat about that. Don't kill me, but because the next song, track two, is called Cha Cha Cha. So I do wonder if that will be more so the theme sonically of this album. But we shall see. And we're going to get into it. This is track two, Cha Cha Cha. I don't remember that from my first, when I first tried to listen to this back in February. Wait a minute. Now we hold up. That threw me off. Okay, not the Soldier Slim interpolation. Okay, I was not expecting that, Bruno. But you know what? Thank you, because you know who likes listening to your music as well. I mean, come on now. Let's be completely honest. So, but that I appreciate it. But in this song, that's kind of funny. I won't lie. But let's get back into it. Soldier Slim, man, R.I.P. The goat. Okay, that was Cha Cha Cha, track two. I'm not mad at that either. I really liked the production. Um, Again, it's in that wedding singer vein, but I can definitely see me listening to that again. Bruno just knows how to do the things right. Like, however you feel about him, I know he can be polarizing to some degree and to some people, but he's really good at what he does. He knows how to curate whatever sound it is that he's going for, and I think that's what he's doing on this album so far. Um, I like that. The Soldier Slim thing is still, every time I heard it, it made me laugh because I was not expecting not only him to say it, period, but that to be actually a part of the hook. But I really like Cha Cha Cha. Now, track three is I Just Might. Again, that was the first single to kind of make us forget about the Sexy Red travesty that we heard. Um, but after I listened to it that first time when it dropped initially, I have not gone back to it. Like I said, I was not really impressed. It didn't make me hype for the album, which is new for me when it comes to Bruno Mars. Usually he knocks it out the park with that first release, and there's a lot of fanfare. With this release, period, you didn't really see too much promo up until it was time for the album to come out. I don't know what was going on with that, but usually is his face is a lot more out there than it was this time around. But hey, it is what it is. The album's out now, so that's kind of irrelevant, and I believe he's on tour. So, but I will say the rollout was not rollouting like we're used to seeing a Bruno Mars rollout. But this is don't mind yapping. I can't listen. I can't help myself. I have to talk a little bit. This is track three. I just might. That was I just might. Now, it's crazy. That's like classic Bruno Mars. That reminded me so much of when I first started listening to his music. Again, it didn't blow me away, and it still didn't on this listen, but it's not a bad song. It's actually a really good song. The production is crazy. If you're listening to it in headphones, you hear all of the little instrumentation in the background, and like the layering of it is great. It really does sound like an older Bruno Mars song, but like in a good way. From doo-wops and hooligans, or even unorthodox jukebox, kind of give me that kind of vibe. And that's if you were following me back then, and you already know that I was a huge Bruno Mars fan during those times. So I still am, but it's definitely not as huge since the time has gone on. But not in a negative way. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed that listen through. His voice is so unique, man. Like you, I don't even know where he will fall because I guess he's not a powerhouse vocalist because of the tone of his voice, but he knows his pockets. He knows how to stay in those pockets. He can kind of push through a little bit, but I really love listening to his voice. So I just might. I don't know. That might. I could definitely see myself listening to that again. I'm actually really surprised because I thought I was not gonna like it, or that it wouldn't catch me this time around. It's not a wow. It's like, oh my God, that new Bruno Mars. Have you heard it? But if you are a fan of him from the doo-wops and hooligans days, or the unorthodox jukebox days, like that, I mean, I like that. That was good. We're gonna keep it moving before I start yapping again. I can't help myself. This is track 4. Now everything after this, I really don't know. Like I said, those first two songs I heard in the gym, didn't really remember them because I turned it off. It's not gym music. It's definitely not. I listened to I Just Might when it first dropped. Now everything else, I do not know. So we're walking into this completely blind. This is track 4. God was showing off.
I bet you can walk on water, can't you, girl? And then you can turn that water into wine. Cause you've been touched by the light. The light. Yeah.
Okay, that was track 4. God was showing off. Once again, I like that a lot. That Spanish instrumentation is back with the horns. I really enjoyed that, and I can, in my head, I don't know if he's performing this live. I believe he's still on tour. If he is, I can see him performing this live. Like it's definitely one of those Bruno songs that he's gonna just kill vocally live, and the theatrics and all of that. On the album The Romantic, I mean, you have to have a song like that. He knows how to curate the sound that he's going for and the theme that he's going for. I think he did it perfectly on that song, and I know that his fans are probably eating that up as they should because I like that. And who doesn't want to hear that? Hey, God was showing off when He made you. Who doesn't want to hear that? And like that. So that's definitely that yearning, that appreciation, that just all the romantical things that we love to hear. I enjoyed that a lot. God was showing off. I like that, and it's not a ballad. I really like it's like a mid tempo, and he's singing his behind offs too. Come on, man. I can't ask for more on that one. That was track 4. God was showing off. I really like that one too. So we're gonna get into track 5. Why you wanna fight? Which is an interesting title. Are we talking about arguments or are we talking about fisticuffs? What's going on, Bruno? I guess we'll figure it out.
Why you wanna fight? Let me show you I can make
That was Why You Wanna Fight. I won't hold you. That might be my favorite song so far. That might be my favorite song so far. And we on track 5. I haven't heard a skip yet. Granted, it's only 9 songs on this album, but I haven't heard a skip yet. But I really like that. That was great. I One of the things that stood out for me was what he was doing with his background vocals. Um, that "Let Me Show You I Can Make It Right" part. I really love that. Just yearning music. Like, why you want to fight with me? I will. Please take me back, baby, baby. Please, I will plead to all your family and your friends. Please, I really like that. That short man he's really good at what he does. Love him or hate him, he's I oh man, because I walked into this not expecting too much of anything, um, but I'm really shocked. Like, I'm liking everything I'm hearing so far. Even I just might. I wasn't blown away from it, but it's not a skip. And in the context of not just the album, but actually sitting down and listening to it, I really like that as well. But Why You Want to Fight so far, that might be my favorite song. We'll see if another one catches me, but I'm really liking Got What Showing Off and Why You Want to Fight. And Risk It All too. So far, those are my top 3 songs right now. So yeah, we're gonna get into track 6, On My Soul. I don't know, man. He might go 9 for 9. I don't know. I can see his little behind dancing to that song on stage, going crazy. That was track 6, On My Soul. I liked how it was just completely up tempo. At no point in time did he slow it down. I like that. That's just straight for dang near 3 minutes, just nonstop going, going, going. I like that a lot. It breaks up the slower songs or the more mid-tempo songs on here, which is needed. It's a short album, so you don't want it to be like monotone the whole time. So I really appreciated that. I like that a lot. I don't know. He might go 9 for 9. Is it possible? If anybody could go 9 for 9, honestly, I do think it is Bruno. I'm confident in that. Now, will he do it on this album? I don't know. I'm not saying that, but if anybody can do it, it is him. So I think his production crew is great. He's a great producer himself. He's a great writer himself. But the people he has around him, when they get in and they get in the studio, they lock in on that sound. They always deliver on what they're trying to do, and that was another one of those ones. I really like that one. That was On My Soul, track 6, Bruno Mars. We're gonna get into track 7, Something Serious. Well, I guess technically he is brown. Yeah, because he's Puerto Rican. You know, he Puerto Rican, so he is brown. Yeah, I don't know why that just. I don't know why I paused it to say that, but I mean, I couldn't be the only one that was. I mean, I'm just. I don't mean no harm. Okay, just but technically, yes, they will be brown. Take yes, because you are take. Yes, you're Puerto Rican, so you are Hispanic, which is brown. So just for the you. All right, I'm gonna stop talking before I say something. All right, cool. But yes, that is that's accurate. He is saying accurate lyrics here. Let's get back into the let's get back into the song. I like that again. I like this. Something Serious track 7. I love how drum heavy it was. Um, I'm actually surprised he actually doesn't have a kid. What's up with, I mean, a little Bruno running around. I'm actually surprised that that's not a thing. But back to the song. I like how drum heavy it was. Once again, I could see him performing that song. Him and his people, they are really killing this right now. I actually need to go back and see what the initial response was to this album because I toned all of that out. It was a lot going on back at that time, so I was going through a lot. But I like that. Now it's not. It doesn't compete with the other three songs that I just named that are my so far my favorite songs on this album. But I still really like that. Something Serious was pretty dang good. So that was track 7. That's not a skip to me. Now, will I go back to it as often as the other songs? Maybe not, but it's not a skip either. So he might really do it. We only got two more songs left, okay? And track 8, we're gonna get right into it. It says Nothing Left.
You used to light up when I called to say I love you. Come on.
All right, that was track 8, Nothing Left. The guitar on that song is crazy. I like that a lot. And I want to say that that's probably his most vulnerable song on this album. Um, I do remember it being a thing of people, I guess, trying to understand where certain things are coming from because his personal life is so private. Uh, but fans know that he was in a relationship for a long time. I know that he was in a relationship for a long time, and that seems to not be the case anymore. I feel like this is maybe directly, indirectly addressing that, and the way he's doing it. I mean, that was really good. That was really good. You're probably not gonna get her back. I'm not gonna hold you. She not coming back. But I like that song a lot too. Doesn't compete with my top 3, but I like that song a lot. I don't know. It might be top 4. It might be in the top 4, not the top 3, but in the top 4 definitely. And once again, in my opinion, no skip so far. And we only have one more song left. So I really enjoyed that as well. I don't know. I have no complaints so far. I mean, it sucks. It took me months to listen to this, but I have no complaints so far with what I'm hearing. I'm actually glad that I waited because maybe I would have got swept up into the hype or the non-hype of what people were saying. So I have nothing. I have nothing bad to say so far. Nothing left. I really like that song, and we're gonna jump into track 9, which is the final song on the album. Before we get into it, well, no, I'll save it. I'll save it for after. We're just gonna get into track 9, "Dance with Me."
Nobody but you. Dance with me, darling. Dance with me just one more time. Nobody but you. Dance with me, darling. Dance with me just one more
That was track 9, the final song on the Romantic by Bruno Mars. It's called Dance With Me. At the end, I knew he was going to go high. I knew he was going to go for those high notes multiple times because it's like you can't not. Okay, and he has the range to do it. I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad at that either. Was it amazing? No, I don't think that song is amazing, but it was a good song. I think him and his team, they have such a synergy that they just know what to do with each other. I think you can really tell by listening to his music that he more than likely still has the same group of people around him. If not everybody, then the majority. So they know what to do what he wants them to do and what he's trying to put out there. And I think they did this again on this song, um, which will go into my final thoughts on the album. The Romantic by Bruno Mars. I really like this album. This was a solid listen, a short listen. He, how he has managed to make these short albums still be this enjoyable, and the songs are not long. Like my main issue with a lot of music now is that you get about 2 minutes of a song, and by the time the beat actually starts, you're like, okay, what's gonna happen? You get to a minute into the song, and next thing you know, it's over. There's no climax. There's no nothing. But for Bruno, he has managed to do so much in these shorter songs, um, that it doesn't leave me wanting like, oh, I wish he would have did this. Oh, I wish this song had this. He has figured out his formula, and I can't be mad at that. I am a little surprised that the Spanish sound, or whatever you want to call it, is not all the way throughout the album like I initially thought it was, judging off of the first two songs and a couple other songs throughout the album, but it's not a main musical theme of this project. So I don't know how I feel about that exactly. I'm not mad at it, but those that was definitely something that I thought I would hear more. Um, that's not the case. So I don't know. I think for some people that would be a good thing, because I know a lot of the times he gets this, oh, he's playing a role, or he's doing this, he's doing that with these the way he jumps into different eras or genres of music. So I mean, I guess that could be a good thing, but for some people that could be a bad thing because it's not all the way through the album like you would think it would be. But I personally, I'm not mad at it. I guess. I think he did what he was supposed to do. He executed what he was trying to execute really, really well. These songs, this is 9 songs that are solid songs. And they're great songs, honestly. A lot of these songs are great songs. Um, Hopefully, he sticks with whoever it is that he's working with. Um, you're not getting that girl back. I'm so sorry. You're not getting Jessica back. I'm so sorry. Y'all were together for. If you do, you have to marry her immediately. That's just how it goes. But for the album, for the musical part of it, if that was his inspiration for this, I'm not mad at it. I really enjoyed what I heard. And I look forward to him taking another however long break and coming back with another 9, 10 track album and seeing whatever theme he goes with. I think Bruno Mars is one of those people who can be trusted to deliver musically. For me personally, may not be the case for you, but for me, I never really worry about what he's going to do, because I feel like once he puts his mind to something, he's going to execute whatever it is that he's trying to execute. So I look forward to seeing what that is. And that was it for me today. My name is Sherelle. This was Rel's Retrospect. Um, I might, if you're watching this on YouTube, I probably will cut these songs down. I'm trying to figure out the whole copyright thing. I'm not entirely sure about that. So you may get the full songs on here if I just am like, forget it. I don't care about monetization or anything like that. But if I do cut them down, you can always follow me on Patreon as well. Uh, for at least right now, the videos will be free. I'm not charging anything. If you do want to subscribe to my Patreon for $1, you can do that as well. But I'm not worried about that. So if the songs are cut down, you can always go to my Patreon. You can follow me on Twitter at It's Just Rel, or not. That's fine as well. But yes, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you will be seeing me again soon. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for listening.